tell you that.
Oh no, it's just the beginning of the operation. They're about to find this. They're about to find out. It's FAFO.
Oh yeah.
Iran today in the morning they said that they're going to announce that this is a war. They didn't do it yet.
Like World War III or war Iran on Israel like it hasn't been?
Israel, Iran, I don't know, just a war.
I was wondering if this war starts, does it count as World War III, or do we need one more participant country? Like Hitler did that?
No, it's not going to be World War III.
If it's only Israel and Iran, no, but I'm sure that there's going to be a bigger mess.
Like what? So who do you think is going to get involved?
More countries. Arab countries, then they will go against each other and then against us, and it's going to be a mess. This is going to be a third war.
יש לנו קבוצה עם שני המדחים שוגרו מאיראן פחות מ-100 טילים ורובם יורטו.
I mean, it's Pakistan, India, Iran, Israel, Ukraine, Russia. I'm not sure. I mean, that's a large war front line. That is north to south.
A lot more.
Say it again.
India, Pakistan, Israel, Iran, Russia, Ukraine. So that's a line that goes 1,000 miles south, just war front.
There's much more than
Keeps
that.
people busy. There's no nuclear weapons involved in this thing, so on the nuclear warheads at least.
If it's not World War III, then if World War III does happen, this will be the beginning of World War III. So it determines if we have it or not.
What mentioned Australia and New Zealand?
There's much more wars that in the world that's going on right now that you're not aware of. In Africa, there's so many, and
You're right. Those are just conflict. I mean, between like the main Axis powers and NATO now.
well, Israel and Palestine is also in conflict, but became a war, so everything can happen. I believe that this is the beginning of the third war. Definitely. Mark my words.
Yeah, I think once China and the U.S. get involved, that's it. That's determination at that point.
The guy on an island, bad thing guy on an island. And it's fine.
שמתי גם נקראת שתי האוזניות באוזן, באוזניים, ופתאום נהיה לי כזה, לא שמעתי את הסביבה שלי, אז חשבתי שהלך לי החשמל. הכל, זה מבלבל אותך. למה אני יודעת? יש.
מה שתית, תתעוררי.
מים.
מה, כמה?
יותר מדי.
לא שתיתי כלום היום. נה 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 נה. איפה מנור? איפה מנור?
איפה לראות את זה רחוק?
ראיתי את זה בשמיים, אתה יודע. רואים את זה כאן.
לא, אמרתי, ראיתי את זה.
כן, אחי, ראיתי את זה חצי בשמיים. תראה, בוא, אני אתן את זה מאוד קל, כן? בפעם הקודמת שהם ירו, אני יודע מה זה היה, הייתי באיזה מקום על החוף, עם חברים, וראינו את הטילים האלה יורדים מכיוון ישראל.
What, James?
אז אחרי כמה דקות, פתאום אני רואה...
And they're the ones that are funding, and they're the ones that are telling Qatar to go fund the Hamas.
I'm talking about Hezbollah.
Yeah, no, I don't think they want a regime change in Iran, because so long as that regime is there, they use it to convince the Saudis to like team up together or whatever the fuck. They use it as like the boogeyman in the area.
Yes, I disagree with the argument, but I think they would be pushing for like a certain collapse of that regime at least. Yeah, in the same sense they did it to Saddam.
No, Saddam was a genuine threat.
was no genuine threat.
Yes, he
I
was.
don't think Iran is a genuine threat to the Arabs in general, but no, I do generally believe.
No, to Israel, not to the Arabs.
No, yeah, to the Israelis, they are also a threat to some extent, not as much as above. But nevertheless, they want to see a collapse of that state, which they see is actually highly, in some sense, in contrast to many of the Arab countries, actually doing something. Like in terms of nuclear energy, in terms of science, in terms of weapon, like making weapons and whatnot.
Yeah,
that is
but they don't want the actual regime change. They just want the regime to be put down.
Want the regime, they've made it very clear to America multiple times that yes, we want regime change in Iran. They want.
I don't believe it.
And they wanted, but Adam, they also wanted to happen through like in a certain destructive way. Yeah, they basically they would appreciate a civil war happening in Iran, or essentially appreciate the minorities seeking independence from Iran, especially the ones in Ahwaz, for example, the Arabs and whatnot, or the Azeris, because those areas are very, very rich in resources and contain some of the important nuclear sites for Iran. So these are things that Israel would kind of dream about, because that would mean weakening Iran to a great extent that they would just forget about trying to rival Israel or trying to develop weapons and that kind of thing.
Yeah, but then you lose your bookkeeping. How do you keep the Khalijis on your side?
Because the reason was put them in line with Khalijis need America far more than America needs them.
Yeah, that's true, but the Khalijis won't need America as much without an Iraq war.
Yes, but regardless, the fact is, if you get rid of Iran, Saudi Arabia says, oh, we want to make war with jihad, but they'll make a jihad against Israel.
Well, no, I'm not saying that they're going to go to that extent, but they're going to be more independent. They're not going to need to spend as much on the military. They can spend more on developing their own infrastructure. This is all bad for Israel.
Yeah, but as long as they just develop the infrastructure. Right?
I'm talking about nuclear infrastructure as well.
Yes, but if that were the case, it would probably be just, this is really Israel's end goal. This is the only way it can survive. Regime change after regime change after regime change. So, the real question with Israel, how long is the American public willing to fund regime change after regime change after regime change? Are they willing to do it forever? I say probably not.
I think they have 2 more generations at the most.
Even this whole extreme reaction, it's not really anything on the Iranian side is extreme. They're not really going to do much more than they've always done. It's the Israeli reaction that's extreme, because they feel that their time is ticking. That the days of America supporting regime change after regime change might soon be numbered, if even they already.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I still think that they want to keep the Iranian regime in charge. They just want them severely beaten. To not be able to do certain things, but still be around to at least pretend to be a threat to the Gulf nations.
They'll just create
And they'll get the thing is too.
What's the other thing? Ahmed al-Shari'a, I mean, yeah, maybe Turkey, but Turkey is harder to create a threat out of because they're a NATO country.
The thing is too, the reason why Israel's not going full out war and destroying them.
As black people,
Oh, just waiting on you.
Are we gonna take another flight? Created a situation of warfare where you are literally violating these people's civil rights.
Yeah, on some, yeah.
Sure.
No, I'm thinking that
As soon as you
היא אמרה את זה עם המיקרופון פתוח כפרה.
Shit, I got it. Don't tell me out here.
As when you started talking about, oh my god, turn your music, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's shouting to you.
I'm such an idiot.